In this week's show, we hike to a towering monument to a historical friendship.
The Friendship Tower was constructed in 1919 through the efforts of Seth Bullock to commemorate the life and death of his personal friend, Theodore Teddy Roosevelt.
And we chat with a couple whose rig is so big, it'll blow your mind.
Biggest disadvantage is trying to fit into a campground.
Well, good morning, kids. Welcome to another lovely day here in the Black Hills. Today, we are going to go take another hike. It's a short one, but it's to kind of a cool thing called the Friendship Tower on Mount Roosevelt. It is an old tower that was built by Seth Bullock, who was one of the original, I don't know if he was a founder, but one of the original citizens of Deadwood.
First sheriff of
Deadwood. He built this tower as a memorial to his friend Teddy Roosevelt. So we are going to go take this. It's a pretty short hike. It's only like a mile.
Drive over there, though.
It's a long drive over there because it's over by Deadwood. Tony Tao is wearing her new snazzy hiking boots.
I look like such a dork.
You don't look like a dork. You look like a middle-aged, gorgeous woman going out to hike.
I look like a dork in my shoes, but I want to protect my ankles.
Yeah.
So that's why I put my hiking boots on today.
It's not about how you look. We're past that part of our life. We don't give a shit anymore.
Hey, you're a guy. You can say that.
All right, well, we will see you.
I guarantee you, a lot of women that watch our show judge my outfits, my makeup, my hair. I don't care, but I
don't believe so. I don't think we have that.
We should go say goodbye to Jeremy and Jennifer, who I think are pulling out today.
Oh, I think they are too. It looks like they're hooking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. We got to go say goodbye to them before they're gone because we need to get a selfie with them. Yeah. They're a couple of Brinkley owners, not a couple of Brinkley owners. They're a couple that's a Brinkley owner.
They're full-time.
That full-time, and we hung out with them the other day and had a lovely time. All right, we're going to go catch them before they leave.
All right.
After saying our goodbyes, we headed over to Mount Roosevelt. It's about an hour and a half drive to get there, mostly because the 385 is always under construction.
We drop down into a gulch that houses the town of Deadwood. There's plenty to do here, and we'll have a segment on it soon. The last couple of miles to Mount Roosevelt are on a dirt road, but it's well maintained.
Parking is available at the Mount Roosevelt picnic area.
Well, we have made it to Mount Roosevelt. What do you see, Tony Tao?
Just reading the signs. Talks about how they met. Bullock and Teddy. You ready?
Mm-hmm. All right, we're off and running up the hill. Now, I have been told that this is an easy hike, but a steep hike. Mm-hmm. It's a little steep.
Baby steps.
Yep, we'll keep using our little baby steps technique to get up the hill. So there's a few rocks on the trail, but it's nothing difficult to get around. So far, pretty easy hike. Gracie girl, scrambling up the hill. What do you think so far, Tony Tao?
It's fine. It's pretty. It's quiet up here.
Yeah, very quiet. There's only one other car in the parking lot besides us. And I want to get on this side of you, and I want you to go to that side.
Why?
Because I want you to walk right next to that camera, so that everybody can see your snazzy new hiking boots with the red laces that match Gracie's harness.
Right? We're matchy-matchy.
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 All right, Tony Tao, we have a problem. We've come across this, a fork in the road, and it just says trail. Do you go left or do you go right?
Well, the last time going counterclockwise worked well for us, so I say we do that.
Go right?
Yeah, that's my decision.
All right, we're going right. Up the hill we go. Gracie, you find all your smells? Huh? Did you find all the smells?
We picked a good day to come because it's not hot at all. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy. It's probably low 70s, mid 70s at the most.
Lots of rocks on the trail though, so Wear
So
good footwear.
that's a good reason to have your new snazzy hiking boots.
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling we're gonna come up to an amazing, pretty overlook up here, because there's a sign to read and the trees kind of open up. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty. Wow, that view just kind of goes on forever.
Yeah, it does.
That's gorgeous.
Wow.
All right, hold on, Tony Tao. You just pointed something out. What?
The higher we came, the more the foliage changed.
Yeah.
So there's aspens up here, but there's all these ferns.
Yeah, there's just a ton of ferns right along the side of
It's really
the
pretty.
trail.
Really pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're at the tower, because it is right in front of me. It is right there. So the sign says, "Monument to a Friend." The Friendship Tower was constructed in 1919 through the efforts of Seth Bullock, lawman, rancher, entrepreneur, and second forest supervisor of the Black Hills National Forest, to commemorate the life and death of his personal friend, Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. The tower was constructed between March and July of 1919 with financial support from the Society of Black Hills Pioneers. On July 4th, 1919, Bullock realized the completion of his dream with the dedication ceremony of the Mount Roosevelt Memorial. Seth died just 3 months later in September. He was buried above Deadwood Cemetery on Mount Moriah, where he would have an unimpeded view of Mount Roosevelt and his tower. That's lovely. Well, Tony Tao said she doesn't really want to climb up in the tower. So I guess it's just me and you, kids. Here we go.
You could wave to me from the top, though.
Okay. So it's a spiral staircase going up with steep steps. So it's a stair climber workout. We'll have to be careful coming down. Wow. Well, that's quite a view.
Oh, he's made it to the top.
Yeah.
Hello?
Where are you at?
Over here.
You're on that side.
Did you get turned around?
There's Tony Tao, way down there. All right, there's a placard up here too. It just shows you all the stuff you can see from up here. Because it is right in front of me. It is right there. Well, hi kids. As I was editing this week's show, I realized that I needed to do a stand-up for this next segment that's in the show. And I figured, well, if I'm editing, why not use that as an opportunity to give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes of what it looks like when I'm editing. So this is my edit system. I just edit right here from the dinette desk. We don't have the Dinesk, the moving one. We have the old school one. It basically consists of this black box here, which is a 24 terabyte RAID system that we store all of our footage on, both YouTube stuff and client footage. I edit off of a Mac laptop, and the edit system that I use is Final Cut Pro, which you see here. And actually on the timeline, what you're looking at is, well, it's this week's show minus this stand-up. So on to introducing this next segment. So we met these folks, Wendy and Clint Goss, when we were in San Diego over the winter. They rolled up into the RV park we were in. We saw their rig and it blew our mind because this thing is just huge. We talked to him a little bit there when we were in San Diego, and then when we got up here to the Black Hills, I got an email from Clint that said, hey, we're gonna be in the Black Hills as well. So we got together and I said, hey, can we do a segment on you guys? Because we found their setup so interesting that I imagine you guys will find it interesting as well. So, without further ado, let's get into this segment. This is Wendy and Clint Goss and their ginormous rig. The first question I have for you guys is just tell me a little bit about who you are. Like, what do you do? How did you get into this lifestyle? Things like that.
I'm Clint, and that's Wendy. And I used to drive truck professionally in Las Vegas doing asphalt. And she's a realtor.
My career shifted into coaching realtors. I've been in the business 20 years, and I guess that's my next level. And so I caught myself being in my room, in my office, for like 10, 12 hours on Zoom. And it was like, oh my gosh, I literally could work from anywhere. Why am I not working from anywhere? So we decided to retire him 10 years early, and here we are. And I needed a truck driver, right? So he went from that job to this amazing job with this amazing boss.
Do you love the fact that because you have to work remotely and on Zoom all day, that you get to look out these windows and you get almost a different view?
Yeah, different view and different neighbors every week.
So when she's working, what do you do?
I make friends with all the neighbors around here.
He has a very important job.
I'm always finding little tidbits. Things always need fixing on the things between the motorcycles, the Jeep, the truck, the trailer. There's something to keep me busy.
So we met you the first time in San Diego because we were parked right by the entrance road and we saw your rig come in, and it was just, we were like, what the hell is that?
I ran into the trailer and said, Mike, you gotta come see this.
So tell us about your rig. What's the setup? What are the different vehicles involved? And if you're comfortable sharing it, what was the total cost of this whole setup?
The tow rig is a 2020 Volvo V&L 860 over-the-road semi-truck that we actually bought and had it stretched out. And it hauls our 2024 Jeep 392. And then we tow the 26 Brinkley G41 behind it that has the two Harley motorcycles in the garage. It's 86 feet long going down the road.
The RV was 180 something. Yeah. And then the semi, before getting it stretched, it was about 75. Yeah. And then the stretch was like another 75. They wouldn't finance the truck because we aren't over-the-road truck drivers. So no banks would touch it. So we had to pay cash for that.
And you were telling me that there were a few things that you had to do to the tractor, to the truck, so that you could register it as an RV? What were those things?
The truck is now classified, titled, and registered as a motorhome. You gotta have cooking, so we have a microwave. You gotta have a dining table. Well, it came with the workstation with the dining table in it. You gotta have a restroom, so we put a porta potty in there.
I'm never using that. Just saying. It is never going to be used.
It's got the refrigerator, and we had to figure out how to get a shore power to plug into the truck. And that's 5 out of the 8 items that are required to convert it over to a motorhome.
And so if you weren't able to register it as a motorhome, you would have had to register it as what, a commercial vehicle, which is more expensive?
Depending on what state you're in, South Dakota would have to be a commercial truck.
So advantages of having a setup like this. What are the major advantages? Because I look at this setup and I go, man, that thing is just so big. If I was to do this, I would do a Super C and a Jeep, right? So what are the advantages over like a Super C and a flat-toed Jeep for this type of a setup?
We did research that between a Class A and a Super C, and me from the trucking side of it, going, if that motor breaks down, you lose your home while that truck is in the shop. This way, I can have somebody pick up my trailer, take it to a campground, have the truck towed to a shop. I have my vehicles get around still. I don't need to worry about that truck at all. We still have our house. We still live like we normally do.
And I would argue that the other way around, if something happens to your trailer and it has to go into the shop for a day or two, I mean, I wouldn't do it long term, but for a day or two, you have a place to sleep.
We have another place to stay.
Yeah.
We don't have to rent a hotel or Airbnb.
Right.
Because if your Class C goes down, it's down.
And we're not huge fans of flat towing a Jeep just because Jeeps get death wobble and there's no way of knowing. If we were to do that, because we thought about the Super C, we were going to like have the double stacker trailer.
Okay, so those were advantages. There has got to be disadvantages to being 86 feet long. What are the disadvantages?
Biggest disadvantage is trying to fit into a campground. The 1970s KOA, we will never fit in there.
We're definitely not going to stay there.
Some of the campgrounds that we can get into, we have to have 2 spots. So our costs have gone up.
So what about like boondocking? Because when we talked in San Diego, you guys were having a huge solar system put on this. I would imagine that it's a little easier for you guys if you're boondocking because you don't really have to worry about the size of the site. You just need enough road to get in there.
Yes. We actually just did 2 weeks out there on the wall, dispersed camping. And
That was amazing.
no power. We have lived off our solar. It's 3,200 watts and on the roof, pushing 10,000 kilowatts through it. We never had to worry about power. We ran 2 ACs during the day when it was hot. We had enough water on here to last 14 days.
But I do have another disadvantage.
Go for it.
So he is a truck driver, so he's used to this. Me, not so much. I've never rode in a semi, right? So I feel like I need to medicate on travel days because it's scary. It's so scary. And so my thoughts are, oh my gosh, everything we own is right here. If we like take a spill, everything's just gone. So I have a lot of anxiety about it. And he's just like, you need to like
You're
chill.
getting better.
I am getting a little better.
So I will tell you this, the first year with the big rig was a little intimidating. Now it's nothing. You'll get so used to it that it will become, you'll sleep, you'll work, you'll do everything, and it won't bother you as much.
Yeah, I'm getting a little better. But yeah, our first trip was into San Diego.
Our first campground we tried to get into was a nightmare.
Yeah.
We couldn't even make the turn into the spot.
Do you get a lot of people that want to come over and tour your rig, or?
We get a lot of people walking by videoing us.
Oh, yeah. But that was me the first time I saw you too.
Yeah, that was us. Look at these crazy buggers.
Oh my goodness! Look at this.
So is there one thing about this rig that you never thought would be a thing before you started RVing in this rig? You know, was there like one thing that you just absolutely did not expect until you started working with it?
Yeah, I don't even know. Everything is unexpected. It's so different than just living in a regular home.
It is.
Oh, I know. Let's talk about wind, right? So when we were on the wall boondocking,
That's where you'll find wind.
I mean, I was laying there and it literally sounded like the wind was tearing everything off of our RV. And then I'm thinking, okay, we never talked about an exit plan. Like if the trailer rips in half or we are in a tornado, like where are we gonna go? Like when we run out of the trailer, like where are we going? Are we going in the truck? Like where's the safe place? Like should I not be sleeping naked? You know, like should I be putting clothes on right now? Like all these things are going through my head while I'm trying to sleep.
Tell me about your processes when it comes to mapping your trips, because again, you don't have the normal rig, you have the abnormal rig.
She tells me where we're going to be going. I got to find something in that area or somewhere close to it that can accommodate our size. And then try and route the way there, because obviously we can't take all these side roads, little 2-lane roads.
Do you have specific tools that you use?
RV life is the beginning. I'll find something in that general area, and then I'll go to Google Earth and see, is there trees overhanging? Can I make that turn? And then I'll go on to Google Maps itself and see how it's supposed to get me there. And my final thing is I will call. And I'll explain to them, say, hey, this is what we got. We're 86 feet long. What does your entrance look like? Because our very first one that we did, that I did all of that too, we could not make the right-hand turn to get into the entrance gate.
Lots of people say, oh, you're fine, you'll fit.
So you wanted to chat a little bit about the research that you guys did before you started into this lifestyle. Tell me about that.
So we were learning a lot. Like he was finding YouTube videos and we were just binge watching what people were doing, how they were doing it. We ended up following quite a few HDT people, which is heavy duty truck, which is kind of what the setup we wanted. So we learned so much just from those people. And then we heard about a HDT rally. So when we got there was like 300 people just like us. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be HDT school.
So you would recommend anybody that's getting into a full RV lifestyle, just do your research.
Yes, do a lot of research.
And go to some of those rallies, right? They were teaching you solar. They were teaching you like what to put down your toilet. I was so excited to find out I didn't have to use 1-ply, RV freaking toilet paper. I was like, how am I going to do this for the rest of my life?
You talked about working out of the rig. What do you do? Plug your business. What do you do for a living out of this rig?
Okay, well, I have been in Las Vegas selling houses for 20 years, and I ran my own brokerage for 10 years, and I decided to move it to EXP just because I heard they have stock, which was an amazing savings program. I'm, a terrible saver. I'm an amazing spender. But then once I got there, they kept saying, oh, there's an exit plan. There's an exit plan here. You can actually age and attract agents from all over the world, because we, are all over the US, plus we're in 29 countries, right? And when they sell houses, you make money. And I was like, oh. But then I started getting all these deposits into my account from EXP, and I was like, why do you guys keep giving me money? And they're like, well, the agents you brought over sold houses and you get paid. And I was like, oh, okay, I should probably do more of that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm an EXP, and we're just agent attracting now and coaching.
So if somebody wants to find out more about what you do, how do they contact you?
Well, I have an Instagram channel, Wendy Goss, your real estate boss, all one word. So they can definitely find me there. Also on Facebook, and pretty much on all the socials, YouTube, everything. So.
Cool. And then you guys also have some social media around your whole rig setup and your RV life. Clint, tell me about that.
We have a Facebook page and Instagram page. It's We've Been 86'd, and it's pretty much just us doing what we're doing, showing where we're at, and
hopefully helping people.
yeah, hopefully some people take a little bit of learning from us and go, hey, maybe we want to do that. Maybe we don't want to do what they're doing, but we want to do something similar.
Thank you guys so much for giving us the opportunity to kind of sit down and talk with you and to tour this amazing setup that you guys have. It's been a pleasure.
It's been
Well, thank
awesome.
you.
If you enjoyed this episode, just click on another one for more Our RV Sunsets adventures.